What is up, you guys? We are back, KK and TT. I took the mic over.
I loved it. I love it.
You always do the
No,
intro.
this is why we need to have change. Change is good.
Change is good.
It's good to ebb and flow with the flow. Oh. Did we put on airplane mode?
Not yet. Because I get so caught up in your beautiful eyes.
My gosh, you just green goddess you. But you don't have green eyes.
They're hazel.
Hazel McHazelson.
Yeah, they are kind of green.
Actually, they are.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, they work with my hair. That's why my hair works so well.
Exactly. And Tiffany, yeah, you've activated your inner Atlantis mermaid with your blue, not your hair, your blue toes.
But
your hair too, you got mermaid hair for shizzle.
Yeah, the hair's gotten a little out of control, wild today.
Guys, just if you haven't noticed, not that you would be able to see this, it's my grandfather's celebration of life on Saturday, which will have already passed by the time that you've watched this. It was really good. Thanks for coming. Anyhow, there's a life-size photo. We should just let's show it.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have to go to our YouTube to watch to see this. But dun 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 dun. Now I'm gonna go up. This is life-size of Motfa right there in action, and this is the epitome of who he is. Just full on, full of life, tiger, just ready to get life.
Look at that bod.
I know.
My goodness.
86.
Wow.
85 turning 86.
Wow.
Back to us. Motfa has been scaring the shit out of me it got put up yesterday, and I'm like getting out of my bathroom, or I'm like going to the washroom, and I'm like, ah! I was like, oh my God, somebody's standing there. Last night I came home, I had a beautiful, incredible dinner. I went to my favorite place in the entire world.
Where did you
Nikki.
go?
East is East.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite. You guys,
Obsessed
if you haven't
place.
been, I take all of my friends there, and I'm always like, guys, you just gotta have.
I think I've been there twice now.
Yeah, at least.
Good.
At least twice.
It's on.
So, what else was I gonna say? The Motfa thing scared me. The celebration of life. The food. Go to East is East. I'm telling you, you will.
So good.
I'll just explain a little bit. When you go there, get the chai feast because it's unlimited. So basically, you get to choose between an array of menu, like so many different items, and it's vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the things, but then they also have not, so you can get things that aren't.
It's so
well.
good.
I've never. Everybody.
You think that like having vegan, dairy-free, all the things would be, you missing out? You ain't missing out on this one, man. Like, yeah. Wow.
You're divulging.
Yeah.
And it's limitless. So whatever you order, you have the limitless menu to keep ordering dish after dish after dish.
And I'm pretty sure I've leaving with like a stomachache because I just can't stop eating.
Yeah. Last night, like I prepare myself before I go. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to not have too much to eat. And then I'm just going to scarf my face, which is not healthy. But we're on Earth School, and you got to live it up sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll fucking live this shit up.
Oh, shit.
Okay, TT, what do we got? What do we got for you guys?
Well, okay, first off, school's over. It's been a fucking gong show.
School's out for summer.
And, you know, it's the kids keep us on our toes and all the things, but there was something about the end of this year was just a little more monumental for my family. So my daughter graduated grade 7. We do, okay, so not everybody does it, but we were K to 7 and then 8 to 12. So grade 7 graduation, that's the last year they're going to be in elementary school, and it's a big deal. Like, it's a big deal. And my 13-year-old is like just all the things.
I love that.
Anybody else have a 13-year-old? Like,
all the things.
Honestly, she bought a dress, and they all like these like simple black dresses, which is awesome. Who doesn't like a simple black dress? And then they wore Converse and flannel. And it was like, oh,
Back to the 90s.
here we go. Deja vu.
So awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, so just leading into the end of the school year, it is just chaotic, and really trying to be present throughout all those things was like not challenging because there was so much going on. It's like, okay, here's the next thing. Breathe. Okay, here's the next thing. Okay, breathe. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, now I'm looking back, I'm like, holy fuck. Like,
You guys have busy schedule.
yeah,
You
we
really
do. We do. It's like, it's just one of those things. There's just so many moving parts. We have so much responsibility, and then just kind of keep us on our toes. But
Just gonna roll with it.
yeah, and then lacrosse is almost over. Cohen got his first goal last night.
First goal.
Okay, because he's playing defense right now.
Okay.
And in defense, you're like defending your goalie. So
Okay.
being a forward is the ones that are like, rushing to the opposite side trying to score a goal. Well, quite often my son is the running D. Like, he fucking crushes that floor. And he's always running by himself. Like, when everybody's transitioning, he's on the floor by himself. So he just takes it from one end to the next. And he's done this like pretty much throughout the whole year. And he has not been able to get that goal. And then he finally got it last night.
Yay, good job, Cohen.
Yeah, and it was actually kind of
Congratulations.
funny because, well, not funny. I felt bad for the other team. The other team was losing by a lot. And I think we were at like 15-4 at that point. And then you kind of stop cheering for the team because it's like,
Okay, you got 15 goals.
yeah. But when Cohen scored,
Mama.
everybody lost it.
Oh,
the
good.
whole team, everybody lost it.
Aw.
I'm upstairs. I'm banging on the window.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
It was so fun. It was fun.
It's good.
to see
It's
his
great
face.
energy.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing like seeing your child on whether it's ice or dancing or whatever.
Oh my gosh. You gotta get your kid in lacrosse, man. It is literally my most favorite sport ever. Like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I'm sure
obsessed.
he'd like it.
Yes.
I'm sure he would like it. And actually, that prompted me because Kashi graduated too. They graduated on the same day.
Hey.
2-2-2-2. You can't make it up. It was a very special day.
Wow.
So yeah, he's gonna be into kindergarten, and Charlie's now going into grade 8.
yeah, and then Cohen's going into grade 12.
Oh my god, huge! I was just huge pivotal years.
Huge. This is a huge year for my family.
Yeah, me too.
And you. And
Wow.
like, yeah. I know.
Because yeah, to go from like 3 days a week, 3 hours, to then every single day, kids that go into kindergarten, that's a big transition. 5 days
It
a week,
is.
8 hours, that's huge.
I actually feel like we take on more of that than they do. Like,
Yeah.
it's more harder for us as parents to imagine our kids going through that transition. But kids are so resilient, and when they have such a positive influence around them,
That's right.
like
Yeah,
they just have so much
Yeah,
fun.
and he's gonna be fine. It's just always the transition of getting there and like
Yeah.
just understanding that. And it's gonna be fun because you're at school with your kid, with friends, and you're always busy, right?
doing things.
Doing it well. We're doing it well. So I didn't want to interrupt you, but I had to interrupt you when you were starting off before with that song. School's out. I was like, there was a small window. I had to creep in there. We haven't had as much music.
We haven't been like duetting
Exactly.
as much, have
Our
we?
like entertainment side of things.
Ow! I've been howling a lot lately.
Really?
Yes.
You're activating your inner wolf.
I am howling. Anybody
Wow.
else howl? Ow!
Ow, ow!
Like, it's just like, it just comes out. I just cannot, I can't help it. I don't know.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, girl. Crazy.
Are we gonna do this?
Are we doing this?
Yeah.
This?
One, just not the one. We're gonna we're saving one for next week's paid. So we're doing create the cards of connection, and we're asking a question, and we want you guys to ponder the thought and ask yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's all about sex,
Baby, let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that
might be.
Ooh, Tiff, you had a good singing rap in there. Okay,
What is your favorite time of day to have sex? Morning.
No way.
Fucking love morning sex. Love it.
Complete. Is that why you were late?
Unfortunately not.
Kidding.
Something about morning sex. It just like, oh, wake me up, baby. Let's go.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hang. Okay, complete opposite for me.
Your
Night.
nighttime.
Do
put you to bed.
Yeah, nighttime. It would be a nighttime event because I need the music and the massage and all the amazing things. Also, for me, the morning when you're up, you want to like get up and do your celery. Like for me, anyways, do your celery, and then it's like it's a different type of sweaty. It's like a stinky sweaty.
Yes, and then you shower, and then you do it again.
Okay, that was my answer. What did it say on the bottom for Mark's remarks?
Oh. Morning, all day, every day, the breakfast of champions.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and obviously, like, if you're in the mood, it doesn't really matter because that's just when it's going to pop off.
It doesn't.
Literally.
Dave's like, you're going to break my dick off. Oops. I'm like, wow.
Oh my God, you didn't just say that. That's amazing. Oh.
This one got a little wet. I'm not sure how.
Okay, wipe it.
It is.
It's from your water bottle.
The water bottle is licking. It's cold as fuck. That's why. You know what? That's probably.
Let's just not put them there.
Oh, let's not.
That's the card we're supposed to have.
Yeah.
That's the card we're supposed to. Oh, geez. I think we should save this for the paid one. Oh, or should we?
What is a naughty fantasy you've always wanted to act out?
Okay, I don't get stumped very often.
I just don't know if I want to share mine.
I know Tiffany still. Okay,
one day,
guys.
One day.
Maybe we'll share this on our paid. We'll see what happens in 30 minutes. We might get our balls out of our throats.
Oh my
god!
Share.
Okay, we do one more.
Yeah, we got diving deeper. So, okay. So this actually is very similar question to our podcast that got dropped today. Well, for you, that'll be last week.
Next week. Oh, sorry, I got it. What you're
frequencies. So the episode frequencies. So what is something you've dreamt of doing but have not done yet? And why haven't you? What have you dreamt doing that you haven't done yet and why not?
I've already answered this.
You did?
Yeah, it was more of a bucket list type of thing, but I'll choose a different answer. There's many things.
There's always, right?
Always, hundreds of things. Do you have something that comes to mind?
Well, I kind of want to go to like Bali.
Oh.
Like I want to be I want to be in a rainforest. Like I want to be just surrounded by Mother Nature.
That would be next level.
There is that.
So what's your why then?
COVID.
Which we know isn't even in the way anymore. But
yeah,
now maybe you can call it in.
I 100% agree. Like I think it's kind of the inclining is
you've planted the seed.
Well, my adventurer self is coming out. Like
good.
Yeah, it's time to like
travel.
Yep.
I've been seeing everywhere is 747.
Oh.
747. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just going to start packing my bags because it's going to happen.
Why?
It's the airplane.
Oh.
It's the
right.
the Boeing 747.
747.
And there's also 737.
Okay.
There's also different models. So that's where that's coming from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking bye.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Well, you know what? We can just do podcasts. 143.
Oh.
We can do podcasts on the go.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere we go, we see the same hoe. Okay. Mine is going to be what is it? I'm stumped. I'm stumped.
Maybe we just need to like
Broaden my
get
horizons.
connected and you know.
It already came in, but then I was like, I'm not saying that.
Why?
There's a few things that are very like. There's a piece of me that's like, just do it, but I'm too afraid.
What is it?
To jump out of a plane.
Oh God. Ugh.
Yeah. And there's so many people that are saying it's amazing. Even bungee jumping. Okay, zip lining. I haven't even done that.
Yeah. Oh.
There's many things, guys. I need to start writing a list. Who wants to take me? Any takers? Just drop a DM in my dim box.
Okay. I have
dim box.
I have a zip line thing booked.
When?
I have it.
In Whistler?
Yeah.
That's the place to go. My dad did it.
Did he do it?
He did it.
He did it, yeah.
Fucking did it.
Not
with me. I'd like to try.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go tomorrow.
Okay, is there anything else that we want to say on this, or are we going to cut it out and head over to the goods? We've got like pages of...
We got lots to go through, so
all the saucy
I guess this is just a short one. Like, wow. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's actually... No, because it's 16 minutes. We're supposed to keep them like...
I can't even believe that this time has already flown. Like, what happened?
Yeah. I know what I did do, though, that was really good at facing a fear.
What?
Oh, that's gold, Jerry. That's gold. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Fucking
so we're
yeah.
giving you guys a little extra time on the free one. Are we doing this right now?
Okay. What do you want to say?
Okay. I was talking about this before about my dance.
Yeah.
So it was really nerve-wracking for me because we were performing in front of 60 people, which isn't a lot of people, but it's like they're right there in front of you and they're sitting.
I'm questioning, why didn't I get an invite?
So you did get an invite, but I posted it on my thing and it was just like, get your ticket here. Because it was kind of like the first show that I have done in a very long time. So September, I'm doing it again. So you'll be invited for November.
Better.
Okay. So anyhow, we're doing 3 dances. Okay. You have 10 weeks, only 10 weeks. And you perform on the 10th week. Learn 3 dances that are over 2 minutes long. And I'm like, you know, when you're a child, you prepare for a dance, you have a whole year to learn it? Nah, 9 weeks, bitch. Costume, learn it, know it. So part of actually what I was going to share.
I feel like 9 weeks is a long time.
Babe, once a week for 2 hours. That's it.
But you're not practicing at home?
So that's 9 times. And you learn 3 dances. 9 times. And then you perform on stage with your makeup and your hair.
Oh. Are you not practicing at home?
So this is it.
Of course you are.
So here's the thing.
Of course.
Here's what Tiffany's talking about. So this is what I wanted to share with you, amazing people, if I could find it. Right here, dance example. So that was one of the things. I go on stage, do my thing, and song number 2, it's my favorite song. I know it very well.
What is it?
It's Lizzo. It's Pump You Up. What's the song? You know it. It's on the radio all the fucking time.
Yes.
Lizzo, Bad Bitch O'Clock. It's
yeah.
Bad Bitch O'Clock. I'm still flirty. So anyhow, fucking comes on. I'm doing my thing. I'm walking out. And I'm activating my inner goddess. And I'm like, ready for it. And my mom and my dad and Mama and Eleanor are in the audience. And I'm like, yes. And then there's 3 gentlemen at the very front. And this isn't a stage, you guys. We're not in a stage, okay? This is like sitting in a chair right in front of us. And there's like a bar, but there's lights, cameras, action. It's like a stage, but it's not actually. So you can get the gist. When I'm right here, I'm all up in you when I'm dancing. So, and we're wearing like, it's burlesque style. So it's like activating your inner goddess. So I'm wearing like, everyone wears like these little fishnets and like these like bottoms.
Hot as fuck.
Yes. And
hot.
like beautiful.
Hot.
So I'm like walking up to the front and then these 3 gentlemen, which you're not trying to look at anybody. You're trying to look up here to just be in the zone to allow the dance number to go into my brain. And these 3 guys are like, whoa, like just cheering, like losing their mind to the point where I lost my mind and I'm like doing my thing and I'm just like, and then I like start walking back And it was not my time to walk back.
Was this the part where you fucked up and you worried about it?
And then, so then it was like, it was not a big deal. And my mom had videoed it and it was perfect because when I looked back on it, I was so hard on myself. So this was the whole point of this is I was suffering. But why was I suffering? Suffering from the inaction that I had taken. So the inaction that I took throughout the weeks before of practicing harder. Like I practiced, and especially before, like of course I practiced, but there's a level of being able to practice from the start of whatever you're going to do in your life. It was a really good lesson for me because now it's like, okay, when I start this dance program, I know the importance of practicing at home. And it's like in anything, like our podcast or whatever you guys are up to. The suffering only comes from the inaction that I took. So I didn't blame another person, and it's not blaming those guys in the audience. They're fucking having a great time. I was having a great time, but then I sat with it afterwards. I was like, how could I, yes, accept that people make a little mistake. It's no big deal. But for me, I like to go deeper. And I'm like, well, what could I have done? And that's just more action. Take more action.
Got it.
And it's okay. It doesn't matter. It was just a good lesson. And if we don't actually sit with it and ask ourselves like, okay, well, how did that impact me? How are you going to grow and actually like improve? So it was a beautiful way for me to improve. And the beautiful thing is we had number 2. So there's 2 shows. So then number 2 show came on. I fucking rocked my socks off. I made sure to not look at the audience. I looked up and I just...
You made it happen.
Didn't worry about it. Did. But I'll tell you, I beat the fucking shit out of myself over it. And I was stuck on it. And then you know what it did? This is honest. I was like, I don't even want to go out there again. I was like, I'm not going to, like, it was just, because I felt the feeling of like scared, and I felt the feeling of like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up again? I don't want to do that again. And I'm projecting fear onto the future that doesn't even exist. And so I had to like do all the tools that we teach and that we talk about. And then I did it. And I went out with the 3rd dance, rocked it. And it was all good.
Good job, boo.
But for you guys listening, you know, take the action, still do it, lean into it. And nobody cares. Nobody even looked. Like everybody was
Nobody
enjoying
cares
their
as
time.
much as you do.
Exactly.
And I just went through this with Charlie, actually, my daughter.
Yes.
What was it? It was track and field. And it was shot put. She was in the lineup, ready to go up. She hadn't practiced very much at all. It's probably one of the, I don't know, they probably only did it less than a handful of times at school. But she qualified to compete.
Of course.
So she's standing in line with all these girls, and my daughter's not in her woman body yet. Yeah. But a lot of girls her age are.
Okay.
And she's standing there and she's extremely intimidated, thinking that they were stronger than her, better than her, and she freaked out. She's like, I'm not going, I'm not doing it. And I was like, whoa, you're telling the wrong person that you're not doing something. So I helped her work through that too.
Amazing.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't actually do it, then you're exercising that muscle, and then you got to sit with that.
Perfect. No.
Let's not have any regrets.
No.
Let's just try.
Yes.
And we're so afraid of failing.
Yes.
That failure is actually a fucking amazing thing.
It is.
It's just as important to fail as it is to not fail.
Yep.
If anything, failing is probably a little bit more important. There's a lot more hype around it because we're like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to all the things.
Wow.
So
that's huge.
Yes, and I'm so proud of you for being honest about that and working through that, because that's what stops a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it did. I wanted to do.
You wanted to
I was
stop.
like, let me just, and then I love how you said
turtle in the corner and cry myself to sleep.
like a baby. That inner child, that little girl, that inner child came up of not good enough, and I was like, bye. No. Get your next costume on and go rock your shit.
Fucking right.
Let go.
I love doing this is imagining myself in my future self. We've talked about this before, and it's like, who do you want to be? Well, let's step into that person for a second. What would that person tell you? What advice would they give you?
100%.
They'd fucking throw you on that stage. Say,
Yeah.
you got this, girl.
Go.
You
Yeah.
got this.
And it felt amazing after. And I was so grateful and happy for the whole thing. It was so fun.
And you said you watched your videos?
Yeah, my mom had sent, and I was like, oh, it was nothing.
It was nothing.
It was literally like I walked back, I turned around, and then I went right into it. So people probably thought it was part of the routine.
Fucking right they did. Nobody knows.
It's so funny.
Oh,
It's so funny. But the mind amplified it as I was standing in the middle of the stage with no underwear on. That's how you amplified it in your brain. Okay, we're saving this for our subscription because it's really good juicy juice.
It's good. It's good
And
question.
I love what you were saying because it's gonna like link into our paid subscribers.
I hope you guys have enough wit and grit in you to subscribe.
Okay, have an amazing day, and
Love
we'll
you
see you
guys.
next week. And subscribe. Like, come on.
Just do it.
Support your locals.
Love you guys.
Dick in a box.
Dick in a box. Ow.